All right, what's going on, everybody? Matt here from Anchor Down Gaming, coming at you with another video. The PlayStation 5 official controller just broke the internet, so we're going to get right into that. But first, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out with reaching my goal of 100. And with that being said, let's get right into the video. So PlayStation announced this new controller today, just a few hours ago now, and overall I like the design of it. They're calling it the DualSense Controller. Now, a lot of people probably thought that it was going to be called the DualShock 5, but they're actually getting away from that. So the DualSense is what this one's called, and it's going to have a lot of new features on it. It's going to feature haptic feedback inside of it with adaptive triggers. So what the adaptive triggers actually do is, let's say you are drawing a bow or driving through mud, then you're actually going to feel tension in the triggers and force and whatnot, which is going to add much more immersion to the games that you are playing. So that's really, really cool. There's also a built-in microphone on this controller and audio output, so that when you are having a chat with somebody, you can do it directly through the controller. I think this is a pretty neat little feature to have, I guess, if you're just having a little chat with your friends. But I mean, you know, if you're getting into some gaming while this is going on, then you're going to be, you know, your friends are going to hear like the buttons clicking and all that stuff. So that's not really going to work that well. But, you know, aside from that, I guess it's still pretty cool to have. The color scheme of this controller is just crazy. Like, I was not expecting at all for it to have a two-tone design like it does, but I must say it's kind of it's growing on me pretty quick already, and I like what they've done with it. Like, the grip is definitely my favorite part, because it looks like it's going to be a lot more comfortable to hold. Now, PlayStation has said that it may look a lot more bulky, but I guess when you actually hold it, it's not nearly as bulky as it looks. Some people are comparing it to the Xbox One controller, and I can see why they're doing that. I mean, it looks a little bit more bulky overall, and it looks like it's going to fit in your hands better, like how an Xbox controller does. But I think people are going to like it. I think when people actually hold it, they're going to enjoy it quite a bit. But I am seeing a lot of feedback online from people that don't like the design of this controller, and I'm also seeing a lot of people that love it. So it's very polarizing to a lot of people. The left top side of the controller there, where the share button generally used to be, that is actually now replaced with what's called the create button. So Sony hasn't really gone into what the new features are of this create button. I would think that it's probably going to do everything that the share button did plus more, based on what I see. The touchpad is back. Of course, it's white now rather than black. We've never seen it white before in a controller, even on a white PS4 DualShock. It is black even on the white controller, so that's unique as well. And it's cool how it has the blue LEDs going up the side of it now rather than on the front of the controller. I actually enjoy that a lot. One of my only gripes with this controller, honestly, and probably my only gripe that I have with it, is the buttons that are on the right side. The traditional PlayStation buttons don't have their color in them anymore, in the shapes, and that's about it. I mean, aside from that, I like everything about this controller. It looks pretty good. I just wish that those colors were still there on the buttons. Now, as we come around to the front side of the controller here, this is where I personally find it a lot different. You'll notice right away that it does not use micro USB anymore. It has finally switched over to USB-C, so that's great to see, because I'm getting to a point now where I barely even have any micro USB cords in my house. If they're hard to find, I'm replacing everything with USB-C as time goes on. And the triggers, the L1 and R1 buttons, God, those look so much bigger than they were before, so that's going to be much different to get used to. I find the R2 and L2, they look to be about the same size, but the top ones definitely look a lot bigger in size overall. But definitely a clean design. I'm really, really liking it so far, and it has me wondering what the PlayStation 5 system itself is going to look like. I think I'm fine with the two-tone controller. I don't know how I would feel about a two-tone colored system though. Like, I've never seen that done before, unless it's like a special edition of some sort, and I don't know. I'm just gonna have to wait and see, I guess. I'm sure I could get used to it, but I'd like to see the system be black personally. But regardless, at the end of the day, the games are going to be amazing, so I know that I'm going to enjoy it regardless. But yeah, I love the design of this controller. I think it looks great. It's going to be nice and comfy to hold in your hands, and yeah. Let me know what you guys think of the design of this new controller. Do you like the DualSense? Do you like the changes? So let me know in the comments. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to me on YouTube. It really helps out my channel. It would really mean the world if you hit that subscribe button down there. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at AnchorDown902 and on Instagram at AnchorDownGaming. And until then, everybody, stay safe.